Hold on. Hello? 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 Oh, there we go. I can hear myself now. Hello, everyone. It's D to the B here on my first live stream that isn't a gameplay. And if you read the title, it is my friend Full Metal Dipper's birthday today. And this is a bit hard because if you don't know, Full Metal Dipper passed away back in December 9th of last year. And he was like really close to me. So I figured I could stream in his honor. What I thought we could just talk about is like stories that me and Full Metal Dipper did through our time when he was hanging out with my channel, and then also watch back on some projects and videos that he was a part of to kind of like honor his name. So why don't we start with one of a project? Just give me a second. I'm gonna. All right. I found the first project that I want to show, and this was some reason like Full Metal Dipper's like favorite project, or at least one of his favorite projects when he did voicing with me. It's a silly little stop motion film called Modified Plants. So let me give the context of this one. So back in high school, I was taking an aquaculture class, and he um I asked if he could voice a character for the school. I was also going to upload it to my channel, which of course he was fine with. So let me present my screen. Um, um let's do extra camera. And the hold on. And then also my friend L to the C is gonna try to join. Unfortunately, he doesn't have Discord, so I'm going to set up my microphone, so you might hear a bunch of background noises. So I'm going to mute myself again, and we'll chat with L to C. Just hold on. Who knows? Maybe we'll try to get other friends of his on. Like I know one is mid. Can't remember his username, but I follow him on Discord. Midwest Town TV. Maybe we'll try to get him on too. All right, just give me a second. Okay, testing, testing, 1, 2. Okay, testing, testing, 1, 2. Okay, we're good. I'm going to bring another friend of mine in. His name is L to the C. You might be familiar with him for people who have watched my channel. I'm going to call him with my device because he does not have Discord. And honestly, it'd be too much to explain everything he needs to do on Discord, so I'm just going to invite him and we'll see if it works. All right. Here you are, L to the C. Give him a second. All right. Hold on, I'm having issues. All right. I'm going to try calling him again. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, that was him. Oh, maybe that's why I'm having issues. Hold on. Calling him by. There we go. Finally. And L to the C is on.
Hey, guys.
You didn't expect this stream, didn't you?
Not really.
Midwest Wolf TV was going to do a stream about it, but I think he got caught up with other stuff. I might try to see if he's available to come on, but I think it's just you and me for right now.
All right.
And who knows, we might just be the only ones on here. So, is there any stories that you would like to tell about Full Metal Dipper while I'm eating my lunch?
Yeah, so my friend Full Metal Dipper, I remember all three of us going to Monster Jam, having a good time, you know, picking at each other and laughing, telling jokes. Oh, yeah. And,
Just being really stupid.
Huh?
Just being really stupid. And it was the best.
Not really.
It was the best time ever. We said a bunch of stupid stuff and made like the dumbest jokes. It was honestly hilarious, especially when me and Alex would mess with L to the C.
Yeah, and L to the C couldn't win.
Yeah, because we were better at it than you.
Okay, show off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Full Metal Dipper and I, we were really close. It was like we were almost close as brothers. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I viewed it the same way when I first met him. Well, actually, maybe not when I first met him, but as like a year after I met him, he became really close and he was a really good friend. He was willing to even participate in a bunch of projects that we did together. More than L to the C did. He more did the fan films than the independent project stuff. He was willing to voice anything, and I remember when he would talk about how he was excited for something that was in the works or videos that we were going to do. Like one thing we wanted to do was rip the movie Black Adam to shreds because we both equally hated that movie. But of course, we never got around to doing that because of,
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do miss that boy sometimes, even though he was older than me. Yeah. Today he would be 26 if he were still alive.
I mean, I still struggle without without Full Metal Dipper being here.
Mm-hmm. I do too, because he was he was fun to make videos with and voice and stuff. And it was especially funny off screen videos too. We would just do the stupidest things.
I remember we did the Scooby Doo stop motion,
Yeah,
like all three of us.
The Scooby Doo. Sorry, hold on. I'm trying to get a better getting something stand up for Elle to see. But yeah, I remember when we made Scooby Doo: The Mystery Gang Returns. I think it's called, or it was something like that.
I think it's like called Mystery Inc. Returns.
Yeah, Mystery Inc. Returns. You're right. And I remember in the behind the scenes stuff, we were figuring out casting for that movie, and Full Metal Dipper's like, I want Shaggy for one of his characters. And after seeing the movie, he did a really good job with Shaggy Rogers.
He really did good.
Mm-hmm. I remember when I was filming that movie, originally AI was supposed to take his place, like on a site called Fake You. I was going to paste his lines from the script into the AI machine, and the AI was going to do Shaggy's voice, but then Full Metal Dipper's like, no, I will take that role. Thank you very much. Yeah. I really do miss him. I really do.
Yeah, so do I.
It's hard to continue life, and especially YouTube, without him, because he was just so inspirational. I'm gonna check my.
He was so funny with some of the lines.
Yes, he was. Nope. Sorry about that. I was just opening YouTube for the comments. So far, no one's commenting, but that's fine.
Give it some time.
Yeah. I think there's still plenty of people on here that like Full Metal Dipper. Like, for example, his mom follows me. Yeah. Yeah, he was just a blast to work with. He knew how to make us laugh. Like, even outside of the videos, he would talk about getting like a beer and some girls. Yeah.
He would tell us like he wanted to go places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was tons of places that boy wanted to go to. Like,
I remember when
there are so many, it's not even funny.
I remember when you and I went to see Hailstorm D to the beat, and
oh yeah, Hailstorm. I did.
He's like, you two are so lucky or something. I'm like,
I remember you told me to not tell Full Metal Dipper about that because he would so kill us over it. I'm surprised he didn't. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't kill you over that. Because he seemed like he really did enjoy Hailstorm and all the stuff he did. I even remember this was an off-screen moment, so I think it was 2021 or 2022. I went to a water park. I was looking back on some Facebook messages, and he was asking what I was up to, and I said, I'm gonna go to a water park, eat lunch, and then the rest I don't know. He's like, "You lucky duck," on voice message.
And I remember when Full Metal Dipper and I went to the air show in Oshkosh. Him and I were just, in the lazy river at the wilderness.
I might know which story you're talking about.
And then him and I were just, talking and stuff and laughing, and he just loved when the Blue Angels flew over, and he's like, that was actually his first air show, I think. Yeah, first air show. It was also my first air show, and we just had a blast.
Yeah, it probably is a blast. I've never went to one. But continuing on, hold on, let me go to that. There we go. I remember after we saw Fast and Furious 10, we came back to your house and we recorded your review and my review of Fast and Furious 10. And I remember, so this is a deleted scene moment I'm going to bring up right here. So when we were filming my review for Fast and Furious 10,
oh, D to the B.
He knows what I'm talking about. It's coming anyway. So we were reviewing stuff, and there was like stuff that needed to be cut out from the review. I think Full Metal Dipper was talking about his 1 anniversary challenge, 1 anniversary thing, which we were supposed to make a video for. We ended up not doing it. Kind of wish we did. Which, why don't we get into that story next after I tell this one? I made the joke, like, since we're editing things out, I just let a fast one out. and I totally stunk out L to the C. Like, he even fell off his chair just to get off. Just get out of the room. And then I remember after that video, I cut it out, but I asked the two boys, and like, should I edit that deleted scene and make it as a YouTube short? And Full Metal Dipper's like, yes, please do. And I almost did. I kind of wish I did. It would have been funny.
I'm glad you didn't.
You're just saying that because it happened to you.
And him.
Well, I'm not wrong.
Well, no, you're not wrong. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I know for a fact if Full Metal Dipper was still here and he saw me streaming, he better be like, you better let me in right now, boy.
No, he would say that.
Yeah, he would. Maybe add some swear words into it. Yeah. While I'm gonna try to message Midwest Wolf TV to see if he wants to come on. Ooh, nice trucks. I'm sorry, I'm looking at his Discord right now. I want to see if he's available. So he can join us. But why don't I tell you about the Full Metal Dipper first anniversary video, which unfortunately that was his last one. Unfortunately. So, he invited me and L to the C to one of the most popular places, or at least it was popular. Maybe still is. I'm not sure. Who knows how kids today work with their modern tech like VR and stuff. But he took us to Action Territory, and we did a bunch of stuff there at Action Territory. And of course, this was like bad timing at the same time because like my great grandfather had passed away like the day before. Well, actually, yeah, like the day before, and the funeral was on that exact same day. So I participated in it a bit, and then I headed off to see Full Metal Dipper and L to C. We met at Action Territory. His mom brought him, and she gave with the money she gave us like gift cards or something like that to like pay for all the stuff. Still have that card somewhere in the house. I just need to find it. So I think first we found like we played a couple arcade games, and we just played them. I think one of them was a racing game, if I was not mistaken. I think it was like Full Metal Dipper versus L to the C. And I don't remember who won, but yeah. We continued on. We eventually got hungry. Like, let's get some dang food, for crying out loud. So we went to the register, and we got like a pitcher of like, I think it was Pepsi or something like that.
I think it was Pepsi, yeah.
Yeah. A giant pizza. I think it was like pepperoni and sausage. A thing of cheese curds and onion rings. The onion rings were mostly for me, but Full Metal Dipper took some anyway. Knowing him.
I thought we had fries too, I think.
Oh, yeah. You might be right. We might have had fries. But we were eating some food, and Full Metal Dipper pretty much consumed a majority of that pizza, and then I consumed the other half, and we didn't leave L to C any. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. He got some.
Nah, cool, man.
Probably not all of it, but he got some of it. But yeah, and then I remember after we finished the food, I got some more food from up top, and also I think a refill on our soda. Yeah, we went crazy that day.
And it was a party.
Yeah, it was a real party. And
I'll be right back.
All right. L to C will return. Just call back, and he's gone. So L to C will be back. He is just doing something. So I'm going to try to contact Midwest Wolf TV and see if he's able to join. So just give me a second. Okay, so why don't I continue on with the story? So basically, at some point, LC's back already. Welcome back. I was just about to finish the series. Well, I was about to finish the story. Just give me a second.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry, one of our cats is knocking things over because he wants attention. Cats for you. I'm joking. Even though I'm not.
Meow,
meow. Then me and Full Metal Dipper decided to. Hello, Midwest Wolf TV. Welcome.
Nope. Welcome. Thank you. I'm currently in Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just getting off of a cruise. So.
All right.
You could wait till I get past security because we're.
Yeah. Just let me know.
Walk in and.
Yeah, just let me know when you are able to join, and I'll send you a link to stream.
All right. Is it a Twitch stream or what?
It's a StreamYard stream.
Do I have to have the app?
No. Well, okay.
So I'm going to have to do it off my phone.
You might need the app. You might. I'm not sure. If anything, I can do a FaceTime. I could do a what?
I could do Zoom.
I'll see what I can do. If anything, I'll just contact you on Facebook Messenger, and then just have you and
Yeah, just message me on here.
Yeah.
Let me know, but I'm going to try to download the app.
Okay.
StreamYard?
Yeah, StreamYard. And then when you download the app, I'll send a link to you to Discord. All right. Thank you for coming on for a bit. Hopefully you can join for the rest of it.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. If I can't find it, then we could try Zoom, but I don't know.
Yeah. I'll let you know. Bye.
All right, I'll message you when I get through.
Okay, bye. All right. That was an unexpected guess. Now I have to call L to the C again. He's probably wondering why he got kicked off. I am so sorry about that. So Midwest Wolf TV came on. He called me in the middle of our talk. And I thought both would work, but apparently not. So I ended up kicking you off by mistake. I'm going to message him one thing real quick. Wait. Yeah, I'll figure out with him. So he might come on StreamYard, or I might get another device so he can participate in the stream. So it might just be my screen that we're all going to talk on. So anyway, Full Metal Dipper and me decided to go to the outside area of Action Territory. We were about to do our bet, and then also we did some bumper cars and bumper boats. It was a really, really fun time. And we were going to have LDC join, but he said it was too hot, so he ended up staying in. And me and Full Metal Dipper did all the fun because he was lazy. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm messing with you. So I think we started with the bumper cars. I'm sorry, that was someone else on Discord. Somebody that won't know what we're talking about. Anyway. So we started with the bumper cars, or the speed cars. I can't remember. Yeah, it was like the little go-karts and you go fast with them. I can't remember what they're called. Do you know what they are, LC?
I think they are go-karts. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we were just driving around. It was a blast. Then we went to the golf course, and Full Metal Dipper and I were waged a bet because Full Metal Dipper said he was going to dye his hair. I think it was like pink or something like that, like he did at Monster Jam, which we'll get into that story at some point, hopefully in the stream. Excuse me. Then, and he said he was going to eat something, but I can't remember what he said. It was like some sort of thing that he said was like very disgusting. And then my consequences was I would dye my hair, and then I would also watch the Marvels. And let's just say I lost, and I have a Marvels review that I need to do eventually. It's on my list of videos that I need to make because I lost. I did, however, I'm not sure if anyone saw my community post. If I can figure out how to present my screen, I can probably show the picture in the stream. But I did recently do I dyed my hair because of it. Unfortunately, this was like way hold on just a second, guys. I'm going to put myself on mute. I will return everyone just a second. All right, everyone, I have returned. So, Midwest Wolf TV is going to come on at some point. I don't think you saw my message yet, but he'll come on some point. So it's just going to be me and Elta C for a bit. So, after we did the speedboats, we went back into action territory and met up with LCC. I think we were just mostly just sitting by the table, just discussing random things. It was like so long ago that I forgot what we were even talking about. And then we were picked up by our ride. We went our separate ways, and that was the end of that story. But thankfully, that was not the last time I saw him.
Hey, DTB.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later. I can go eat something.
Okay. See you back later. I'm going to see if he's available. Do you want to chat? My iPad. Okay. So LDC went off to kind of do his own thing, and I'm waiting for Midwest Wolf TV to respond to my message. So I'm gonna try to present a video. I know it was modified plants I was going to do first, but actually, why don't we do Full Metal Dipper's second video, or not his second video, his last video, which I uploaded to the channel. I'm going to start it over. If I can't, let me start it over. And keep in mind, this was like really hard to watch after finishing editing this video. Like, it was really hard to watch this video that never got to get finished until he passed away. Like, it was extremely hard. Now, hold on, I need to the free version. I want the free version. Gosh darn it. All right. Okay, so I'm having issues with bringing stuff up. So I might invite I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Maybe we'll just tell stories on this stream. I know this stream is a bit of a disaster. This is my first time using this program, like, on my own. I've been streaming with a few people online. It's really hard to figure out. So, why don't we discuss another story while we wait for LC to come back? So the next story I'm going to tell you was actually one of his last stories, actually. It might be even the last, if I'm not mistaken. So, during October, well, actually, I have to go a bit further than that. So, a while back, I think it was chatting with Full Metal Dipper online, and he said he wanted to make a movie of his own, and he needed help writing it, which I offered. Like, if you have an idea, I'll edit for you. Which he eventually came up with an idea, and the film idea he had was actually based off of a series that I wrote called Autism Wars. Now, yes, I know. Anywho, sorry about that. I was chatting with Alta C. But it was based off of the series known as Autism Wars, and I remember us working on it. We started working on it when we were at his apartments, which that's how he knows Midwest Wolf TV, because they were like roommates or something like that. We'll ask more about it when he comes on to stream. But anyway, in October, him and his roommate had some bed bugs, and they basically had to go to a different location until the bed bugs, or no, wait, I think they were quarantined. And Full Metal Dipper was saying how bored he was. It was quarantined, or he had to get a different place. I really don't remember, but he was bored out of his mind, basically, and asked if we could start writing his film, or at least more of it, because he wanted to write the film as soon as possible so we could animate it as soon as possible. Now, this film was a bit more mature than D2B films have gone. I'd say our limit is like PG and PG-13 is our limit. And I need to think. Oh. And this film was going to be rated R. Like, there was going to be... This film was like full-on Full Metal Dipper. Hold on, guys. I just need to read this. Sorry, I'm back. He's coming. Midwest Wolf TV is coming. He just needs to do some things before he comes back on. So, Full Metal Dipper and I, for like the past couple of weeks, were working on his film, and we would just talk about random stuff and things that Full Metal Dipper found funny, and we were writing it in his script. He basically explained the plot of the movie, and I'd say we got pretty far into it. Unfortunately, I'd say we were like halfway through. Unfortunately, the last time we wrote the script, I was really tired and I didn't feel like writing the rest, so we didn't end up doing it. So the film was in stasis for a while in the writing department, and then I remember our last chat together, like the three of us, was about Transformers Reactivate, which was supposed to come out. Well, and if something was supposed to come out for the game, but unfortunately it got delayed. And Full Metal Dipper said, "You and I should do a video together, and we just stream it on both of our channels, or upload videos about it on our channels." And that was like the last thing he texted, and then on December 9th, he was gone. That was really hard. I remember I was hanging out with another friend of mine, not L to the C, another friend of mine, and I was just hanging out with him. But when I got back home, my mom and brother basically sat me down, and I knew L to the C wanted to talk to me about something, but they decided they wanted to tell me first, and I think that was the right thing to do. And they basically told me that Full Metal Dipper had passed away. And it was really hard for me. And then also my bad luck got worse after that, even though I don't really believe in that superstition stuff. I figured since Full Metal Dipper isn't around for the script, I would print it and put it in my scrapped projects binder. And it is in my scrapped projects binder for now. I do plan to going back to writing that script. And at the same time, not only was losing my friend enough, apparently, but something happened when I was figuring out how to download some gameplays for my channel, and my computer gets like a virus because this thing kept appearing as I was trying to print it, and it wasn't working for me, and I couldn't even print the dang script because of it. And I was getting frustrated at my computer because this was like one of the last things me and Full Metal Dipper did. But luckily we got it printed off, and let me see if I can find it real quick. I'll probably put on my face for a bit so I can show you what it looks like. I know it's here somewhere. Script lost. Sorry, correction. It was actually in my lost media binder. So I've been printing my scripts and putting them in binders so then I can look back on them to like see the progression of my projects. This was something I started last year. And I was so glad I was doing this, and especially since I lost some lost media that I was going to do. Here it is. I found it. I'm going to bring my face into this. See if we can. This was the film that we were working on. It's called Curse of the Ribbed Blade. I thought it was Red Blade at first, but then he told me it was Ribbed. And we started working on this on October 4th, 2023. And we only wrote, let's see, 23 pages of this movie. So, yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't get too far on this, but yeah, this is one of my binders that I have and start. I need to get back into it. I did finish a script recently. I need to put in one of my binders, so I'm gonna turn off my cam and go back to this profile picture. So yeah, that was hard for me to deal with. It was a thing for like 3 to 4 months. Like, he was such a hard person to get over, and honestly, probably get over is not the right word. Because when someone's gone, it's going to be hard to move on forward without them. And I'm still technically going through this, where it's just too hard to move forward without Full Metal Dipper, because he was such a great friend. Like, I wish everyone could have been around to see the behind the scenes stuff. He was amazing as a person. He was supportive. He brought a smile on people's faces when they were having a bad day. Like, he was the best. And also, he didn't get offended by everything, which made him even greater. And life just feels empty without him. It really does. I really wish he was still here. Why don't I tell another story? This was still pretty early on when I first met him. I think it was like the second year I met him. It was L to the C's birthday, and he invited me, Full Metal Dipper, something gaming. I can't remember his username now. Let's see what he's called now. Let's see what he's called now. Sorry, I'm chatting with somebody. Yeah, we met up at this bowling alley. Oh, wait, I remember what I was doing. Sorry, I forgot. I was going to see what that person's called now, which I haven't speak to this person forever. Would be nice to talk to him again, but he might be busy, which that's life. His name now is Kevin Castellan. I can't pronounce that name. I'm gonna show my face again. Come on. This is basically his channel name now. Which I guess if I put it in the description, go follow him. He's a friend of D to the B. Even though I haven't spoke to him in like forever. But actually I could probably play some videos on here and just show my face. What? Oh, sorry. Okay. Hey, we hit an hour. Cool. Probably won't be here too long because I'm gonna be chatting with some friends. But continuing on, we went to this bowling alley. So it was me, Full Metal Dipper, LC, which LC's birthday was why we were going there. Kevin, as I'm gonna call him, and then that Kermit fangirl who is a big fan of the channel. She was there too, and we basically had a blast. We ate things. Unfortunately, I don't think we got to bowl. Unfortunately, we didn't get to bowl whatsoever because I think like the bowling leagues were on that day, and so yeah. Then we ended up going to me, Full Metal Dipper, and LC ended up going to LC's house. And we basically just hung out there for a bit, but not too long. And then we all went our separate ways. Yeah, that was the time. Why don't I actually tell the story of what, how me and Full Metal Dipper actually met? Because I think this one is actually pretty interesting. So, back in 2018, my friend LC corrected me on my adventures video of Full Metal Dipper. He corrected me. It was 2018 that Fallen Kingdom had come out because the first time we met was when Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom came out in theaters. And apparently, from what someone says at work, there's a fourth Jurassic World in the works. I don't know why. Especially since Dominion was supposed to be the last one. But apparently it sounds like they're making a fourth one, so I'm just getting a bunch of chats from a friend of mine who, funny enough, is a really big YouTuber, or at least better than my standards of YouTube. His name's Mark Creations. He's a really cool guy. I need to invite him on the channel sometime because he's a really cool guy, and I'd say he's been very supportive. He kind of helped me um at my dark moment after losing Full Metal Dipper. Anywho, we went to see Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and I met Full Metal Dipper for the first time, and he was just a really cool guy. We went in the theater, we watched the movie, and this was our first time seeing it, so we automatically fell in love with the movie. Now looking back on it, it's not really that great, but I still like it. Last I checked, it's not a great movie, but it's better than some other movies that I've seen, unfortunately. And then eventually we saw Dominion, which we also thought I think we liked it, but I need to go back to that one because I remember having issues with that one with like the locust plot line. The locust plot line in Jurassic World was just so stupid. Like, we're here to see dinosaurs, not stupid locusts. And if you want a plot line about a movie, if you want a story about locusts, make its own movie. Don't put it in Jurassic World. Gosh darn it. But anywho, we liked the movie. We were being taken home, and I told Full Metal Dipper that I had a YouTube channel and I had some cool stuff, and he automatically subscribed to me after I told him my username because he really liked me as a person. I really liked him, and we kept moving on forward with our hangouts and stuff. There's like one. Okay, here's another story I need to tell you. I know I'm doing a bunch of stories and it's probably boring the heck out of you, but this guy was really important to me. If anything, I might bring up my iPad for a bit and play one of the videos he was in for a bit, because apparently, since I have the free version of StreamYard, I can't share my screen or I'm doing something wrong. So, all right, let's continue on. So, another story was when I can't remember what story I was going to tell, but I'll tell this one instead. But I remember one time Full Metal Dipper and oh wait, nope. I know a perfect story. I know it. It's I'm a mess right now. I'm just trying to remember all the stories I can while I'm waiting for Midwest Wolf TV to come on, and then also L to the C to come back, which I'll probably text them soon to see how much longer, but I can wait. But anyway, so back in 2021, I think it was, back when in my area a certain thing that traumatized the world was starting to slowly end, if you know what I mean. And L to the C invited both me and Full Metal Dipper to his house for a cool hangout, just the three of us just doing some random stuff. And just my luck, the next day after the day that the event was going to happen, unfortunately, I had caught the flu and threw up everywhere, and I ended up not going. Didn't even get to eat a lot that day because I was sick. But the bright side is we got to finish the movie that me and my family were watching. It was Encanto. Surprisingly, it's not that bad. I expected it to be really stupid, because it's made by Disney, out of all people right now. But it isn't Lightyear. Oh, let's tell the story about Lightyear. Oh my gosh, I remember suffering through this one. Okay, so after Lightyear came out in theaters, me, L to C, Full Metal Dipper, and that Kermit fangirl, and my mom and fangirl's mom came along. I paid for the tickets to see Lightyear because I was kind of curious to see how they would do this new Buzz Lightyear movie, even with the stuff that they were pushing into our throats, if you know what I mean. Basically, forced political garbage that most people really don't care about. Sorry, it was somebody else. we basically went to go see the abomination known as Lightyear. Um, um, Kermit. The seats were Kermit Fangirl, then me, then L to the C, and then Full Metal Dipper. We were there watching the movie Lightyear, and except for Kermit Fangirl, that film was not really that enjoyable. I have a whole review of it that I did with Full Metal Dipper and L to C, and it was not a really good movie. It it really sucked. Like it was the worst film that I've seen from Pixar. Now, yes, I know Cars 2 was considered that, but personally I actually like Cars 2. I know, a very controversial opinion. It's a dumb spy movie, and I love it. So, we watched the movie. We were actually somewhat impressed at first with the movie. We thought it might be just a movie with like one stupid political message and the rest of the movie was good. But nope, that film shifted completely in quality. I'd say like the second act is where the movie started to suck, and then the third act made it worse. Like it was a really hard movie to watch through. It was that bad. And I remember during the plot twist of Lightyear, me, Full Metal Dipper, and Elza were just looking at each other like, what the heck is this plot twist? And then the next day, me, Elza and Full Metal Dipper made the review for Lightyear. And now I just remembered what the first story was going to be about. I just remembered. So, yeah, that was not a pleasant time. But the only good thing about watching that abomination known as Lightyear was we basically got to see it together. Because I can only imagine if I watched Lightyear all by myself, that I would have suffered through that. Anyway, that was a really bad time. I wish I didn't see that movie. Um, sorry, I'm trying to keep track with Discord and then also do the stream at the same time. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on stream. I just wanted to get something out for my friend Full Metal Dipper because I really do miss him. Anyway, why don't we continue on with another story? So, back in the same year we went to see Lightyear 2022, Full Metal Dipper and I decided to review the original Buzz Lightyear movie, Buzz Lightyear of Star Command: The Adventure Begins, which that movie is way better than Lightyear is by a mile. Okay, LC is going to be coming back soon. we wanted to do a review on it before the new Buzz Lightyear movie came out. Because as a kid, I really loved that movie. I remember when I was younger, I'm going to pronounce this word wrong, by the way. I remember my grandma had that movie on VHS. I know I'm saying it wrong. I've never been able to say it. And I remember it being like my favorite movie for a while. And it still is. It's still a good movie. Yes, it's probably not that great, but it's a really good film. And I like it. And it makes more sense to be the cartoon that Andy watched of Buzz Lightyear more than Lightyear ever is. It makes more sense. Lightyear is just way too advanced, and also there's something political that they would not be able to get away with in the 90s. There is no way that would happen. If everyone probably knows what I'm talking about with that. So we first watched Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, The Adventure Begins, and then reviewed the movie. The review was pretty much an hour originally, and it still somewhat technically is. I cut some stuff from the movie review, and I wish I still had the original audio file for that movie, because I would have totally released a full extended cut of that review since for Full Metal Dipper, basically. And then we did his first video, and as many of you know, he is a dipper. A different kind of dip I'm not going to get into, but we did his video, which I did appear in the background of that video. And it was a fun time. And then another time, after I saw the Multiverse of Madness, me and Full Metal Dipper did a review on Multiverse of Madness. And we also did our one chip challenge, which I think I'm gonna show that video for you guys. So we did the Multiverse of Madness review, and then also we got like hot sauce and regular chips because Full Metal Dipper forgot to get the actual hot chips. So some people might argue that it doesn't count because it wasn't the official one chip challenge, but I don't care. I'm counting it. Sorry, I actually knocked something over. It counts for me, and no one can convince me otherwise. Anyway, basically the short story is, before I show the video, I lost, basically. All right, I'm gonna search on my iPad and find the video until Midwest and L to the C come on. Gosh darn it. So you're gonna lots going on in the stream, but I figured I could show some videos of Full Metal Dipper on my iPad. Since I can't present my screen, I might have to ask some friends how to do that. If I need the pro version or if there's something, I don't know. All right. I know this is probably very insufferable to watch, but I'm doing it for my friend. Hopefully the next stream I do something like this again, it'll be about something more interesting. Hopefully. but I'm gonna get. Where is it? This video must be really far back. There it is. Found it. Okay. I'm going to play this video. So, in this video, me and Full Metal Dipper did a hot chip challenge video. And basically going to show it to you. I know the quality isn't great, but this is what I could do.
Hello there, it's Deets to be here. And Full Metal Dipper, depending whose channel you're watching this on. If you're watching my channel, then it's Full Metal Dipper and be the B. But if you're watching the Beast channel, then it'll be the D in full.
Hold on, I'm going to actually turn off all my lights. Just give me a second. I'm going to try to give you a better screen. Okay. It's going to be dark, so you'll barely see me, but hopefully you can see the video better. All right. Hold on.
Hello there, it's Deets to be here. And Full Metal Dipper, depending whose channel you're watching this on. If you're watching my channel, then it's Full Metal Dipper and be the B. But if you're watching the Beast channel, then it'll be the B in Full Metal Dipper. Yeah. So we have interesting.
My gosh. What is wrong with this?
Our own version of hot chip challenge. Yeah.
That car.
Basically, what happened was my parents got me a bag of the hockey or whatever the hell it's pronounced. I don't even know how it's pronounced. But you guys look it up and let me know the pronunciation in the comments. But my parents got that brand of like ridiculously hot ghost pepper chips, which aren't bad because I opened them already. I figured I had to bring them here. But so we're doing our own version of this with not a sponsor by the way, but tortilla chip, regular tortilla chip bag, and hot sauce. Yeah, I know, super weird. Yeah, it's really weird, but so the rule is the chip has to be completely smothered in the sriracha, which is why we have the table and we're not doing it inside. Yeah.
My gosh, what's wrong with the screen?
Yeah, that do.
Why does it keep doing that?
It's actually anything before this.
Okay, I can't show the video. It's the screen's all messed. It's messing with the screen, so I can't show that, unfortunately. Don't know what's up with that. But yeah, that was a video that me and Full Metal Dipper did. Again, I lost, so yeah. It was a funny video to make. We ended up both uploading it to our channels. And it was a great time. I really, really wish we could do something like that again. He was amazing. Okay, now I'm just running out of things to talk about. I really do need LC and Midwest to come back. Because I am running out of topics relating to Full Metal Dipper. I really am. Let's see. There's another thing we did. Oh, actually, there is one story I can tell. I can tell you the last movie that me, LC, and Full Metal Dipper got to see. So the last movies we got to see in theaters before Full Metal Dipper had passed away, besides Fast and Furious 10, was Transformers: Rise of the Beast and also Blue Beetle. Now I'm going to start with Blue Beetle first, since this was his last movie he saw in theaters with us. So, on June something, I had purchased the tickets to Blue Beetle. And for context, I'm a fan of the character of Blue Beetle. I've been a fan of the character since Batman Brave and the Bold introduced him. He was just a really cool character. And of course, I forgot about him for a while until the movie was announced. And like, oh, they're making a movie about that guy. I remember liking him. And we went to see the movie. Now, of course, knowing modern Hollywood, there were also some things that were concerning about this movie. It was a stupid thing about this message will be about like immigrants, and also the director hates a certain group of political people because, you know, Hollywood is very biased with their opinions. Very, very biased. And that was a bit of a concern. I made a video about it before the movie came out, and then we watched the movie, and I'll say I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy the movie, even though the movie was almost ruined by politics, like every single other movie in existence nowadays. And Full Metal Dipper really liked it. He did appear in a bit for my review. We would have done a together review, like a full-blown one, but we ended up not getting to it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, why don't we get into Rise of the Beast? So, me and LC saw Rise of the Beast actually on premiere week, like when it was brand spanking new. And we liked it, and I figured, why don't I take Full Metal Dipper and L to the Sea to see Rise of the Beast? And it was a blast of a time. Of course, I did discover some plot holes with the movie as I rewatched it and watched a bunch of other reviews, but I still enjoyed it for the most part. And it was a great time to see this movie for a second time. I've even started to the tradition lately of watching a movie twice. Like, the first time might be me and LC watching it, and then another time it's like another friend of ours, and me and LC watching the movie together. It is really fun doing that. And we've been doing that with my friend Gollum. Me, LC, and Gollum. Just watching movies. Now, there's another movie that I need to see with Gollum. So far, together, we have watched Aquaman 2 and Kung Fu Panda 4. That's about all that we've seen. And now it's the Garfield movie that recently came out that we need to invite him for. Now I need to start working on a review for the Garfield movie. I'll give you a sneak peek. I actually kind of liked the movie, and actually, funny enough, speaking of the Garfield movie, that was a movie that Full Metal Dipper wanted to see. I asked the boys if they wanted to go see the Garfield movie with me, and Full Metal Dipper in the text messages was like, "Oh heck yeah, I want to go see that," because he was a big Garfield fan. On Facebook, he followed a forum with a bunch of Garfield posts. It was awesome. Yeah. Unfortunately, again, never got to see that movie because of him passing away. But there was a bunch of stuff that we wanted to do, but time was cutting off too short for him. He was a good person, and there was so much I wanted to do with him, and I never got that chance. And I will never get that chance ever again. I will never see him again until I see him above the clouds. I know that got real dark, but it's the truth. Just every day is hard without him. I've been getting better, but it's just hard. All right. Yeah, pretty much no one's watching the stream, which is not surprising. Let's see. Still waiting for LC to come back as well. Okay, it says actually one person's watching. Oh. Another story that I can tell was when we went to see Jurassic World Dominion. So basically what happened in that movie, basically what happened in that hangout was, I think it was a day that I was at work and we had some struggles figuring out the scheduling. So on a weekday, I think it was Tuesday, because this was back when we could do okay, so let me explain. So the theater that I go to has a $5 Tuesday event, and we wanted to make sure to get there for Tuesday so we can pay a bit less for our ticket. Unfortunately, this isn't really, well, actually this is still a thing, but we've just become busier on Tuesdays, so it's it's kind of impossible to watch a movie on Tuesday. Oh, I just learned that I can click a comment to show. I want to try this real quick. Oh, yeah, that's cool. That is really cool. So I'll have to remember to use that. Anyway, I think it was like Full Metal Dippers. Dad brought him to the theater, or we picked him up. I can't remember. And we met Elta C at the theater. It was me, my mom, my brother, Full Metal Dipper, Elta C, and his mom. We all went to see the movie together. And for the most part, we enjoyed it. Of course, again, there was a really dumb locust plot that made absolute no sense to the movie. I actually need to review this movie. Originally, me and Full Metal Dipper were going to review this movie, but we lost the original file that he was going to be a part of, and also he's gone. Yeah, too much stuff that he doesn't get to be a part of now. And the fact that he doesn't even get to see my videos that are upcoming, he doesn't get to see those at all. It sucks. It really sucks. But yeah, we had a good time. Again, dumb locust plot, but it was a good time. And I think that was the last movie. Well, actually, no. Let me think of another time that we hung out. Actually, there is one story I just saw about that I can talk about. So a while back, Full Metal Dipper and I were talking, and he mentioned how I had the Cooking with Devin series, but I didn't really get to do that much with it because the show didn't do too well in the ratings. So Full Metal Dipper and I made an agreement that if a compilation of what I have for Cooking with Devin succeeds, I'll bring the series back, and it did succeed. It managed to get 5 new episodes out. I might need to make an episode 11. I'll see if people want that to continue. But anyway, I did that. The video ended up being successful. Did some more cooking videos. And I remember before Full Metal Dipper passed away, he was talking about doing a Cooking with Devin episode where it was both me and Full Metal Dipper. And I was really open to this idea. Somebody just came in. Hello, whoever just joined into the stream. We are basically talking about my friend Full Metal Dipper, who unfortunately passed away last year. And it's unfortunately his birthday today, which is really hard since he's not here. So I'm basically just discussing some stories. Originally, I was going to play some videos that he was in, but can't do that. I'm going to check if Alta C is ready yet. Hopefully I'm not bugging him. All right. And also, we recently hit 461 subscribers today. Well, actually, the 61st one came today, but you know what I mean. Oh yes, so he wanted to be a part of a Cooking with Devin since the series came out, but unfortunately, that never happened. Okay, so there might be a chance that Alta C might not come back. And then Midwest Wolf TV might not come on. Well, he's still doing something. So we'll see. I might not stick around for much longer because there's a bunch of things I want to do, and it's especially getting hard. Yeah. Oh, temperature is starting to rise on the thing. You know what? I think I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. My laptop is starting to heat up, and then also there's a bunch of things I want to do before that. So I'll just text Midwest Wolf TV. Maybe he can come on for a video, or we can do another stream. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I'd say it's been a fun time with it. Hopefully this stream gets views. I couldn't blame people if they didn't want to watch it. But yeah, all I have to say is happy birthday, friend. I really, really miss you. And that's all I have to say, but life is not going to be the same without you. You did so much for me for the 4 years that you were in my life. All right. Bye, everyone. I'm going to go.